I saw Gervonta Davis was in here for a minute. I don't know if he's still in here. I know he has his big
Tank on here.
Yeah, Tank. Tank. Yeah, well, I don't know if he's still on here. I don't know if he's still on
Tell Tank to
here.
get back on.
What happens when Gervonta "Tank" Davis finally reaches his breaking point with Floyd "Money" Mayweather? This isn't just another boxing drama. This is a meltdown witnessed live. Gervonta Davis, the man with a knockout punch that can end careers, just turned his fury on Floyd in real time. And trust me, the internet is absolutely losing it. Stick around because we're breaking down every shocking second of their live confrontation. And yes, it's way deeper than you think.
That's how he feels. If he's upset with me over me being good to him, over me helping him, he can be upset.
I mean,
I'm
fair.
not mad at him though.
Right.
He's entitled to be upset.
Gervonta Davis has never been one to hold his tongue, especially when it comes to Floyd Mayweather. But what went down on that live stream? Next level chaos. Picture this. Floyd hops on Instagram Live, looking like he's been holding back a hurricane of emotions. Within seconds, Gervonta's name pops up in the comments, and that's when all hell breaks loose.
Tank, you want to come in, Tank? Can I bring you in? I would love to bring you in.
Baby.
Only because I know for like the longest, Tank has had an issue with fight hype, with me. I was like, bro,
pull him in. Pull him in. Hold on.
I don't know.
How do I do it? You gotta do
I think
it.
I gotta
pull
do
him in.
it. I don't know if he's still on here. Hold on, I gotta find him. He might have bounced. You know, Tank be bouncing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, it's okay. Pull him in. He gonna come on.
Tank didn't just throw shade. He unleashed an entire storm, calling Floyd out for being fake, accusing him of using fighters for his own clout, and, wait for it, even exposing some personal receipts about their fractured relationship.
When Floyd left Bob Arum, it's good for them to do it and become their own boss. And then if another guy does it, it's not good for the sport. He's disloyal. And what's wrong with Tank saying he want to be his own boss? And honestly, I've been there. The relationship between them two is very toxic. It's a toxic relationship. It's up and down and up and down. And I'm not gonna elaborate to everything that I know, but it's a very toxic relationship. And that's why when I tweet stuff, I don't tweet often, but when I tweet, I may fire off 50 tweets in the day. And that's why when I tweeted certain things about the relationship, Tank retweeted it because he knows. Like, I'm not just gonna say what it is. It's a very toxic relationship. It's back and forth, and I think it will serve him best to go and be his own boss.
This blow-up wasn't out of nowhere. The tension between Tank and Floyd has been simmering for years, ever since Tank split from Mayweather Promotions.
Has the time come, gotta ask you this, has the time come for Tank Davis to take control of his own career and leave Mayweather Promotions?
It don't necessarily have to be leave Mayweather Promotions. It's about just becoming that man, handle your own responsibility, your own priority. So I feel as though it's my career, so I feel as though I need to be the one to control my career. You know what I mean? So, and it's time. You know what I mean? Everybody don't need to, have them training wheels on them forever. You know what I mean? It's time to, ride their own bike without training wheels.
Back then, it seemed like a professional decision. Tank wanted more control over his career, but as time went on, it became clear there was bad blood.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Like when Floyd was 29, you'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about.
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
It's exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, don't cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
Remember when Floyd trained Frank Martin ahead of his fight against Tank? That betrayal cut deep, and Tank made sure to remind everyone about it.
You know he the one. You know he the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drive by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to beef with him than be cool with him, because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situation.
Unfortunately for Frank, Floyd's training did not account for much in his fight against Tank Davis.
I remember you talking about doing the pad work with Floyd, and he said you got the speed and the power to be a world champ. What did that do for your confidence? You can hear that from anybody, but Floyd is Floyd.
It was just motivation, you know, because at that time too, man, I ain't had that IQ that I got now. So at that point, I was just really going off natural athleticism. So for him to tell me that at that time, getting deeper in my bag, trying to understand the game.
It's not like basketball where you got to depend on people. It's not like football. Like, the work that you put in reflects directly with your results. People don't even know the amount of hours that y'all put into this.
We ain't got no backup. We got a bad day, whatever. We ain't got nobody to come through for us. It's all on you.
Frank Martin went to sleep just like most of Tank's opponents.
Oh, left uppercut. Down goes Martin! Mamma mia! 6, 7.
Let's not forget Floyd's infamous habit of taking credit for Tank's success. Sure, Floyd helped build Tank's early career, but Tank feels like he's been walking in Floyd's shadow for way too long. On Live, he finally snapped. While Tank was busy airing out Floyd, the comments section was a whole show on its own. Fans were going crazy, dropping popcorn emojis, fire emojis, and straight up laughing at Floyd. One fan wrote, "Tank better watch his mouth. If Floyd decides to fight him, it's over for him. Floyd is the greatest for a reason." It's hard to argue with that one.
But like I said before, there's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather. And he can tell you that. It's gonna have to take the whole room together. We're gonna have to put the whole world in the ring to beat me. I'm the best.
If that wasn't enough, Tank pulled out a shocking claim. Floyd tried to sabotage his upcoming fight with Lamont Roach. Floyd pointed out that Roach is not a real threat, and if Tank is serious about this sport and his fans, then he should fight someone like Shakur. And all the pros started agreeing with Floyd.
What do you think of the announcement of the Gervonta Davis Roach fight?
I think that, you know, it's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. You know, Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is not many people are aware of who he is or his ability. But he can fight. I don't think it's a huge fight, but not a terrible one.
But here's the real deal. Forcing Calvin Ford out of Tank's corner was a move even Tank didn't see coming. Ford and Tank have been on this journey from the very beginning. Ford leaving Tank to join Floyd at Mayweather Promotions was a huge blow.
You know, Calvin, he been with me since I was 7. I used to sleep in Coach Calvin's house. I used to sleep at his job when he was working at a seafood restaurant in Baltimore.
When I had to train Tank, when I didn't want him to get in trouble and I wanted to make sure we was together, I used to take him to work with me. And he'd chill. Everybody know him. Everybody know him at work.
Remember, Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 foot in and 1 foot out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it. Like, focus on the goal, you know, and them guys, they went left, and unfortunately, they got killed.
You weigh the odds out like that. Do you want him to go to jail or you want him to live? That's the whole idea, to come to the boxing gym.
If I ain't had the people I had around me, like the people that started with me and things like that, I probably would have been off the scene for a long time.
So why would Calvin Ford, who has always stood by Tank's side, make this sudden jump? Ford has been surprisingly quiet about it, but insiders reveal that he sees this as a unique opportunity for his career.
Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year. Yeah. His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, you know, I've been openly expressing that And I think it's time that Calvin gets his just due.
Floyd's empire is massive, and joining Mayweather Promotions opens doors to more fighters, more visibility, and a shot at bigger matches than he could have ever imagined.
So his lifestyle, he may be friends with the guy that fights that fights in the main event, but he can't live the same lifestyle that the main event fighter lives. Whereas
he's scared. He knows I'm about to end my career on a high note, and he can't handle it. That's why he's out here playing games, Tank said. So why is Tank going off now? Well, 2025 is set to be his final year in the ring, and he's determined to make it count. He wants a career-defining fight against Floyd to settle their beef once and for all.
25 is at the next year. I'm out of it.
After our second fight. You're out of it?
Yeah.
Care to elaborate on that?
Out of the sport.
After our second fight. Nah, no, I'm gonna win, bro.
Nah, I could tell you my fights.
I'm done playing. After Lamont Roach, it's you and me, Floyd. September. I'm calling you out. No more excuses. Tank declared on Live, sending boxing fans into a frenzy.
A new deal, 7-fight deal, which is music to the ears of many boxing fans. You get to see you in action for several more years. What type of names are we talking about on those 7 names?
Whoever you name, they could be in it.
If I name some fighters, can you say yes or no?
Yep.
Shakur Stevenson?
Yep.
Ryan Garcia?
Yep.
Devin Haney?
Yep.
Isaac Cruz?
Yeah, but there's 2 people I already beat already, but yeah.
Errol Spence?
Outside the ring.
Floyd Mayweather?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, September. November.
Teofimo Lopez?
Yeah.
Out of all of those guys, who do you think is the most difficult opponent for you?
Floyd Mayweather.
The prospect of this fight is already breaking the internet. Imagine the undefeated legend Floyd Mayweather stepping into the ring with Gervonta Davis, the knockout king. It's a clash of eras, egos, and elite skills, a fight that could redefine boxing history.
Tank, how would you fight Floyd in his prime? Like if you were to fight Floyd in
Don't
his prime,
fight him.
if you guys were both in the...
Don't fight him. I wouldn't fight him. I mean, Floyd was good. He was top tier. I mean, me, I feel as though I could compete with any top fighter. I'm not saying me going at Floyd, but I'm saying like, I feel as though my skills, and not to take nothing from Floyd, but I feel like my skills can compete with anybody that ever laced up a boxing game.
You're crazy to watch, bro. Like,
yeah.
You hit like a fucking train.
It's about time these two finally settle their differences.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was. For real? That's what I was told at the time. So
as of now, Floyd hasn't made a public statement about the Live, but knowing Floyd, he's probably already plotting his next move. The guy has an ego too big for his height, so you know he's not letting this slide.
The only person who's been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, constantly flashing money, $1 million watches, you know, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still fucks everybody up. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline. Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his fucking pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. I mean, the dude was always trained.
This isn't just about boxing, it's about respect, pride, and legacy. For Tank, a fight with Floyd is the ultimate way to cement his name in boxing history.
He may or may not fight guys like Shakur or Devin. What would his legacy be then in your eyes?
I think his legacy will be in his time, which he needed to be respected for, that Tank did what most of the greats did in their time. One ballot, as far as I'm concerned, Hall of Famer. So based on that, in his time, as far as his era, where it was loaded with fighters or fights and fighters that could have fought each other and they didn't. Every era has that same situation. I don't think that ever gonna go away or ever would be something dismissed from eras of conversation. But I think Tank Davis, understand his path and gonna go by what he feels. Hey, he's young still, might change his mind, who knows? Something might happen in the next 1 or 2 fights where there's an automatic repeat or rewind of something spectacular on his way out.
For Floyd, it's a chance to prove he's still the greatest, even against a younger, hungrier opponent.
I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Before Gervonta Davis can even think about stepping into the ring with Floyd Mayweather, he has a serious challenge ahead of him. Lamont Roach.
My advantages in this fight are my IQ, my mental, my will, and my skill.
And trust me, this fight isn't some filler bout. Roach is coming for Tank with everything he's got, and if Tank doesn't stay focused, this could be one of the biggest upsets in recent boxing history.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm a show up.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
I ain't worried about that.
Roach has been climbing the ranks, and he's hungry for his shot at glory. A win against Tank would solidify him as one of the best in the game.
Why was it so easy when he fought Frank Martin?
Frank Martin was inexperienced and nervous. It is what it is. It's going to be a different fight when I'm in there. He's going to be a different fighter when he's fighting me.
What's your game plan?
Whoop his ass. I'm always looking for a knockout. No matter what, I'm always prepared for 12 rounds. But I'm always looking for a knockout, and if I get the chance, I'm going to try to knock his head off.
The hype for this fight reached new heights during their most recent press conference, which quickly went off the rails.
But beat his ass for y'all talking.
Shit. Wait,
for
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
We got the whole hood over there. Like, twisted up. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing over here.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's gonna get f***ed up over here. What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee he pay for it. I guarantee it.
Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight.
They probably gonna get you fucked up. Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you off your spot. They gonna trick you off your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Y'all know what's going on. Y'all know how I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
Both fighters came in with something to prove, and the tension was palpable.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you,
They
don't
gonna
bring 'em.
celebrate with me. You hear
Don't
me?
bring 'em.
It's gonna be a party
And
on your floor.
I'm gonna let y'all know something. His father was up here
It's
shaking
gonna- it's
on the
gonna
what's
be-
the name? He was shaking on the
Pops.
on
Oh.
the shakeout. On my
On the
on
what?
my kids, he was shaking on this thing. On
Hey,
my kids, he was
Never.
shaking.
Don't
Never.
say, bruh.
That's
Tell
cap.
me.
What I about to say?
How you gonna say it's cap? And
It gotta
how
be.
you gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them.
Gotta be. Hey.
Somebody
What's
lying.
good?
Hey.
Yeah, somebody lying.
Hey.
Somebody lying.
Hey. I'm
Okay,
glad my
Tank,
name ain't somebody.
But hey, if we know one thing about Tank, he always gets the job done, and he does it with a highlight knockout.
Tank Davis.
Bad dude. See, what I like about Tank is Tank brings something different. You know, back in the days, everybody had something. Muhammad Ali was a mover boxer. George was a puncher. Ernest Shavers was a puncher. Everybody had something they brought to the table. Larry Holmes had a jab. Mike Weaver had overhand right. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has something. That division now is full, and Tank having to be the knockout guy of the division. He the one with the main knockout power. Garcia has it too, but Tank got that real knockout power that, like, if Tank hit one of them clean, usually they gonna have a problem. So it's like, I like Tank. Every now and then, I think when he knows he can beat somebody, he probably don't lock in as hard, but I think when they bring challenges, he locks in.
Yeah, he fights to the level of his competition. He was doing that a lot.
And he got to be careful of that.
2 fights ago, he was really doing that.
You feel me? So you got to be careful of that, because if you come in and think somebody is not at your level and you underestimate them, it can get you beat. So that's the only thing I think you got to be careful of. Other than that, Tank is a really good fighter.
After Roach, Tank is going to be fully focused on Floyd and finally ending this drama for once and for all. So, that's all from today's video. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.